can we now have Singularity by Team Fake analysis?
Our project was mostly in DeFi, and the core problem was the core problem with DeFi is that fully on-chain order books are too slow, and if you go off-chain, then the centralized exchanges require you to give up your custody of your funds, which is not something you would prefer. So a solution was to build a hybrid architecture based on high performance Rust matching engine. So a core MVP was this Rust matching engine and the risk engine. And I'll show you how basically I'm going to simulate two traders. One will go short and one will go long. As you can see here, I have a custom oracle tick of any coin. Then you can just see, let's say trader name is X, and he goes 100 price for price of 100, and he goes buy for quantity 1000, and first we have to deposit some amount. Suppose you deposit 1 lakh, and you can see on the UI the deposit has been made. And now we'll do a deposit for another trader. Okay. Now we'll place an order. Yeah, order is placed, and then buy a sell, and the sell would be 99. Yeah, so you can see last match was 1000 at the 99 X versus Y. So how does it match? Basically, it looks for the values. Suppose X sold for like 100 and you bought for 99, so it looks for the middle value, and then the matching engine matches them. And how do I define this is not a database app. I think the main idea was to implement the EIP 712 signature signing. The server cannot create orders; it can only execute orders that are cryptographically signed. This was the main MVP of our product.
Yeah, we can share the PPT. Here's our PPT for our project Singularity. And basically the main features are listed here, how we have basically integrated EIP 712 and how the use of Arbitrum Stylus was considered. Yeah, so first of all, we had the problem. We had to make a future trading platform which was much secure and faster than normal centralized platforms. So we had to first take this problem statement and understand this completely. Actually, we got the idea of this problem statement from a recent year inter-IT problem statement. So we changed it a bit and took it as our own problem statement and a challenge to solve this by ourselves. So how did we do that exactly? Firstly, this is the decentralization aspect, how we had to make the whole project on-chain to make it faster and secure than our solution. Yes, exactly. So first, we were both really comfortable in the language Rust. So we decided to go completely with Rust, as also considering the security aspect of Rust. Then the authenticity of the order analyzing. Yes, that's where the EIP 712 part came in. We were actually pretty excited about the EIP 712 part because we hadn't really made a project where we really integrated it completely. But I think this was one of our best projects over the Arbitrum Hackathon. And yeah, decentralization, we replaced the synthetic oracle with decentralized fields. Yeah, actually, this was a very interesting thing. We did not know about finance even a little bit before this hackathon. We just had basic background. We had not been really committed to the field of DeFi. So it was something, it was like a very big challenge for us to learn all about the financial aspect of the problem statement and just come up with a solution. It took at least 15 days to at least even think of a solution. So yeah, the current state is like an off-chain MVP where Arbitrum Stylus is not completely integrated, but it can be integrated soon. We have kept a minimal HTML UI as we don't want to make it too complex. If you want, the UI can be improved any day, but we got it make the features important, not the UI. So this is our whole plan on how we can make this option project on chain. And yeah, these are the planned features of how mutable contract expiry should be there of 24 hours. So there is no, this is basically like a stop loss feature you have in general future staking platforms. And then this is the whole walkthrough of our project, which was submitted. And yeah, I think this is it.
Thank you, guys. So I'm just going to ask you some questions. How was your overall experience building for this hackathon, and any crazy big technical difficulties you had while working with Stylus?
Not necessarily with Stylus, but as I had already mentioned, the financial knowledge gap was there. And secondly, we hadn't really worked with the EIP 712 signature and also the WebSocket broadcasting state. Basically, WebSocket implementation had to be there because at every moment, we had to make sure the person did not have to reload the whole platform so that the rates changed of the synthetic token. So we had to integrate WebSocket somehow so that without reloading, the rates changed and showed up on the platform so that trades occurred smoothly. So that was kind of a heavy implementation from our side. And yeah, I'll let Ananya tell you about the EIP 712 part.
The major difficulties I faced in developing this engine, mostly there are traits like Axum and Tokyo don't work on the blockchain environment. So there were a lot of compilation errors while performing the cargo stylus check. So my next idea was to build an off-chain implementation and then plan an on-chain migration. This was a major difficulty, performing a cargo check basically for deployment. That's all.
Understood. And what is that one feature that you're very proud of?
Mostly the high speed matching engine and the risk engine. Basically, you calculate the health factor in basis points. It monitors your leverage and your profit and loss in real time, and the trade will stop. That's the whole idea of this product. That's why it says 0 days future trading.